Hey everybody, Icon here. I know it's been a while since I put out a video. I've been just having crazy, I guess you could say writer's block as to what to review. I was planning on doing a review of anti-bullying movies, but the more and more I watch these movies, the less and less I found them interesting enough to do a review on. My next review, though, I finally have it. I'm in the middle of writing it. I'm going to be doing a review of the movie A Sound of Thunder, which if there's any sci-fi fans out there, you know that that's one of the best science fiction short stories ever written, but just a dog shit of a movie. Just complete and utter dog shit. And seeing as I don't think there's going to be any more episodes of Beer 30, seeing as there's only like 2, 3, yeah, 3. Seeing as there's probably not going to be too many more of those, I've decided I've kind of got the inspiration for a new show. I saw a trailer for this movie, and the movie was the exact opposite of what I saw in this trailer. So therefore, trailer versus theater. And the first episode we're going to do on the trailer that pretty much inspired this new little show I got going on, C.O.G.
I'm talking about the Lord.
I think that religion is meant for people who aren't smart enough to understand how the world really works.
The Bible says.
I know what the Bible says.
Well, then what's your problem?
It's poorly written. Hey, Mom. I'm going off the radar for a while. Please don't try to reach me, and don't try to say you're sorry.
What are you doing here?
I want to get my hands dirty. It's my first day in a factory.
You're going too slow.
So have any of you ever been to Japan? I studied it for a year back at Yale.
What's the Japanese word for blow hard?
It must be hard in a place like this. They resent anybody with a brain.
To look at the trailer of C.O.G., it looks like a story that we've all kind of heard before as far as moviegoers go. You know, person A moves to location X, and he's a bit of a fish out of water, but he discovers himself through some sort of, change, whether it be a girl, religion, atmosphere, location, just stuff like that. There's always some sort of change. And if done right, that's a good story. And that's kind of what the story is of C.O.G. The movie is way opposite.
What's C.O.G.? Capable of genocide?
Why don't you work for me?
What do you do?
I'm an artist. Clock in the shape of Oregon.
So you watch the trailer, and as we look in this trailer, you see that the main character, he's got a sweater from Yale, and he looks kind of pompous. He's making fun of people on a bus, because one guy's he's making fun of a guy for being a religious nut, and you just see. And the trailer makes it look like this person is actually a good person, and in the movie he kind of is, but he's just more dim-witted coming off than he is in the trailer. The trailer makes it sound like he's this blowhard, and really he's not. He's just trying to sort of have an experience, and the experience goes really bad. The movie is about a young man who goes from Yale and takes a sort of, 3 or 4 month vacation to go work on an apple farm that his girlfriend suggested, now ex-girlfriend, now decided not to go with him. Lovely, charming woman, as you'll see from this little clip.
David, these people are trash.
I think I fit in here just fine.
Yeah. Now, in the movie, he meets this guy named John, played by Dennis O'Hare, and it looks like Dennis O'Hare is this sort of, what's the good term for it? Wise elder, he knows exactly just what to say to kind of inspire our main character. And that's what it looks like, and it looks like as if that he has this, that he becomes and now it looks as though our main character is going to go from being an atheist to a born-again Christian, C.O.G., child of God. The movie is just sad moment after sad moment, and then it literally ends. It literally just ends after a sad moment. So he does go to Oregon, he works on an apple farm, but it's just he's working on the apple farm. There's migrant workers who don't speak English. He gets a job at the factory where they process the apples, and everybody thinks he's a blowhard, except for one guy who, if you watch these clips...
It must be hard in a place like this. They resent anybody with a brain.
It looks like he made a friend. The guy wanted to have sex with him. And there's this whole bit where he actually runs off, instead of just being like, hey, I'm not gay. Sorry. It goes to bite him in the ass, and the character of Jonathan, Dennis O'Hara plays a really good asshole, jerk. He's 9 times out of 10 you don't see him being a good guy. So, when I saw this role, I thought, well, that's going to be something different for him. That'll be cool. I would like to see this movie, which I watched. No, he plays a deluded, kind of selfish slacker. Well, not slacker, I guess. Mooch. In the trailer, you see that he makes clocks for people, and he sells them. They're supposed to be in the state of Oregon. We see that part, and he makes it sound like it's actually a kind of good way to make money. He doesn't make any money doing that. Our main character makes little jade shell or jade little toothpick cases, stuff like that, and those people want them instead, and he gets jealous because those sold and his clocks didn't.
I've gone and given you a skill. I gave you the only thing I have. You use it against me? I don't like being used. You swish into town and you expect me to bend over backwards and roll out the red carpet for you.
I don't know what you're talking
Why?
about.
Because you're from New York?
I'm from Connecticut.
It's the same thing to me as far as I'm concerned.
It's just bad, and I'm not gonna necessarily say how the movie just ends. If you want to see this movie, you go right ahead. But the movie literally just ends after a sad note. Do I recommend this movie? I personally don't. I think if you want to watch it, if you're a fan of some of the actors that are in this movie, yeah, sure, check it out. But this movie is it's depressing every time you think there's going to be a positive moment, there's not. In this clip...
Have you lived a life without purpose?
I have.
Tell him that you want a happy life, to raise a family, to get married to a wonderful woman.
It looks as though he's going to be a born-again Christian and accept Jesus in his heart. In actuality, he does that to kind of keep living with the character of John. He does it just to sort of be like, okay, I'll do this because I gotta let him know that I'm on his side. Really, I just need to be with him for a little while longer until I can figure out my next move to get out of Oregon. And there's a bit in the trailer where they list off all the good things that a Christian should do or that he should try to do. And he's got this look in his face like, wow, that's a lot. But that clip goes on. That bit goes on even further. And he's got the look of more of just, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do this. That's it. Another thing that kind of tricks you about this trailer is that it had a bunch of quotes from reviewers and newspapers and magazines. Oh my God, this movie was awesome, bestseller. It's based on a book. I think a book can be allowed to have a sad ending that has a sad beginning, middle. It can have a sad end. Because those are normally autobiographical stories or stories with a personal message from the writer. So when you're reading the book, the writer's going to have something to tell you that should help to make you a better person or to help you understand that they got through it and made them a better person. No, and just in this movie, it's just... There's no redeeming qualities for our main character. There's no redemption at all, and it really bothers me. I have no problem with movies having bad endings. Sad endings. But there's always something to it that kind of keeps you hooked. There's nothing that keeps me hooked in this movie. So yeah, it's a total flip flop. Anyway, I'm done. If you want to see C.O.G, go for it. that's the trailer. It's not hard to find on YouTube and whatnot. I'm out. I'm gonna start writing my next review. I'll see you later.